Welcome to your personalized deep dive. Today, we're all about intelligent lighting, getting you ready to totally crush that intelligent lighting engineer interview.
Yeah, we're going to be your backstage pass, kind of using these RoleCatcher career guides, all those interview insights, illuminate that path, get you to that dream job.
We've got like a stack of sources for you. You've got that RoleCatcher Career Guide, right, for intelligent lighting engineers, and an interview guide, totally packed with questions. And we're going to break down exactly what those hiring managers are looking for.
It's like your own personal lighting workshop, so we'll fine-tune those answers, really make you shine.
All right, let's do it.
What's so fascinating here is how this role, intelligent lighting engineer, it's evolved, It's way more than just knowing how to rig up a light. You're like a technical artist now. You blend that creative vision with like cutting edge tech to create these immersive experiences.
Okay, so let's break that down a bit. The career guide makes it sound pretty exciting, like this industry is blowing up, high demand, potential for some serious cash.
Yeah.
But let's get down to like the real deal, those interview questions that can make it or break it.
Right off the bat, the interview guide hits you with a classic. What motivated you to pursue a career in intelligent lighting engineering? They're looking for that spark. What's that why? What lights you up?
And this is where you ditch the canned answer and give them something they'll remember, right?
Exactly.
So not just like, oh, I've always liked technology.
Picture this. You're face-to-face with the hiring manager, and you say, when I was 15, I saw a famous band in concert, and the lighting, it was like, it transformed the music. It was a story, pure feeling. That's when I knew I had to be part of creating that magic.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. But what about those follow-up questions? Like, what if they want more and ask, what is it about intelligent lighting that excites you the most?
That's where preparation meets passion, right? You could say, that ability to influence mood and perception with light, it just fascinates me. Using colors, intensity, movement to like evoke emotion, tell stories without words, that's what really gets me fired up about this field.
It's all about connecting the dots between your own interests and the actual gig. Now, I was curious, the career guide mentioned how vital it is to stay updated in this field, because it moves so fast. How does that usually come up as an interview question?
Oh, that's a great question. You can almost bet they'll ask something like, how do you stay current with the latest trends and technologies in intelligent lighting engineering? This is them trying to see if you're committed to always learning.
So no generic I read industry magazines kind of answers then, right?
No way. Get specific. You could say, I'm really active in some online forums, like specific forum name where, lighting pros share techniques and debate the latest tech. And I always make a point to hit conferences like LDI, that Live Design International one, to see those cutting edge lighting setups and network with everyone.
Speaking of LDI, I bet that's networking gold. I can just picture it. You're talking to a potential employer, you casually drop in at LDI last year. That presentation on sustainable lighting design totally blew me away. Got me thinking about how we can minimize our environmental impact, create these incredible experiences responsibly.
Now you're really talking their language. You've shown you're serious about growing professionally, and you're dialed into the big trends like sustainability. And speaking of showcasing your know-how, let's talk tech expertise for a sec. RoleCatcher's interview guide, it asks, what is your experience with intelligent lighting control systems?
Okay, time to get technical. Now is your chance to prove you can handle more than just a light switch. It's all about really showing you understand the systems behind those mind-blowing light shows.
And remember, it's not enough to just rattle off systems like DMX or ArtNet. You got to bring those to life with your experiences. You could say, at my last job at the theater, I was programming those complex moving head fixtures with DMX. I got really good at creating dynamic effects, smooth transitions, precise timing cues, all those things that add to the emotional punch of a performance.
Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. It's not just about the knowledge itself, but how you actually communicate it, right?
Yeah.
It's about telling your story, connecting the dots between what you can do and what the job needs.
You got it. And that is where RoleCatcher's AI can really give you a leg up.
Hold on, tell me more about this AI. How does it actually help you get ready for an interview?
Okay, so let's say you've crafted this amazing answer about your DMX experience, right?
Right.
You plug that into RoleCatcher, and their AI analyzes it, compares it to those keywords and skills the job description is emphasizing. It's like having a coach fine-tuning everything you say so you're speaking their language.
That's wild. Like having a secret weapon to make sure your answers are on point.
Yeah.
I wish I had that starting out. But for now, let's dive back into those interview questions. What other nuggets of wisdom are hidden in the RoleCatcher guide?
Well, moving beyond just the technical side, remember how we talked about how collaborative this role is? Let's see. Here's one. Describe a time you had to collaborate with a challenging client or team member on a lighting project. How did you handle the situation?
The dreaded teamwork question. Everyone's got a story, but how do you spin a potential negative into a positive, something that showcases your skills?
Let's transition into that with the next part of our deep dive. It's almost like a lighting cue in itself, this question. It's about, showing you can handle the unexpected, like when a bulb blows mid-performance.
Oh, been there. Quick thinking, adaptability, right.
Yeah.
So how do you suggest tackling this one without, throwing anyone under the bus?
Yeah, it's not about pointing fingers. It's about those problem-solving skills, how you communicate. Maybe you say something like, there's this one project, really tight deadline, and one team member, they were having trouble meeting their goals. So I took the lead, sat down with them, made sure I understood their challenges, and offered support. We figured out a solution together, kept the project on track.
See, that's a good example. You've shown them you can deal with conflict in a positive way and that the project's success is your priority. But what about those curveball questions? The ones that really make you think on your feet? The career guide talked about how important sustainability is becoming in lighting design. Think they'd ask about that.
Oh, for sure. In fact, RoleCatcher even has a question about it. How do you ensure your lighting designs are energy efficient and environmentally friendly? This is your chance to let that eco-conscious side shine.
I'd jump right in, talk about how much I love integrating LED technology and exploring those dynamic lighting control systems that can adjust based on natural light. Finding those solutions that are good for the client and the planet.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance. You could even mention specific projects where you really push for sustainable practices. Like maybe you convinced a client to switch to LED fixtures and they saved a ton of energy.
Walk the walk.
Yeah.
Okay, not just talk the talk. Speaking of walking the walk, let's talk bigger picture stuff. The career guide emphasized how complex these intelligent lighting systems are getting, especially in places like commercial spaces. How might that come up in an interview?
You might get hit with something like, how would you approach designing a lighting system for a large commercial space? They want to know you can handle the big leagues, you understand the technical side, the design process, how to work with clients.
This is where you show off that you can see the big picture, right? Like painting with light, but on a huge scale.
I love that analogy. You could say, my first step is always understanding the client's vision, what the space needs to function. Then I do a full site visit, see what the existing infrastructure is like, what kind of natural light we're working with. From there, I create this detailed lighting layout, choosing fixtures that not only meet the technical specs, but also, fit the aesthetics of the environment.
It's about showing that attention to detail. Picking the right fixtures, making sure it's energy efficient, integrating it seamlessly with how the building looks. You're not just lighting the space, you're making it better.
Exactly. And this is a good place to mention your software skills. Knowing industry standard tools like Dialux or AG32, that can really make your application shine.
It's those little things that can give you an edge. Now, throughout all of this, how does RoleCatcher's AI help besides, those individual question analyses we talked about earlier?
Well, remember how we were saying tailor your answers to the specific job description? RoleCatcher's AI, it takes it a step further. It looks at your whole resume, your cover letter, finds places where you can make them stronger. Like by using the right keywords, highlighting the experiences that the hiring manager cares about most.
Wow, it's like having a personal brand manager for your career. Making sure you're putting your best foot forward, your application is as impressive as the lighting designs you're creating.
Exactly. And don't forget about their AI-powered video practice. You can actually practice your answers like it's a real interview. And the AI will give you feedback on how you're coming across, your body language, your overall presence.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Like having your own personal director before the big show. But beyond all the technical tips in AI, I still think there's something to be said for that passion, that genuine love for the art of intelligent lighting.
Oh, absolutely. That passion will shine through. That's what makes you memorable. Speaking of shining through, let's switch gears for a sec to something just as important as your answer.
Yeah, no, totally. Technical stuff, it's key.
Yep.
But there's something about that genuine excitement. It's what really makes someone stand out. Like the difference between a light just doing its job and a lighting design that blows you away, makes you feel something.
You said it. It's that why that really grabs an interviewer. And speaking of grabbing attention, how you present yourself visually, just as important as your words.
Oh, absolutely. You're right. It's not just about what you say, it's how you say it, right? Even if it's through a screen, first impressions still matter.
Big time. And this is where RoleCatcher's video practice, the AI-powered stuff, that's where it shines. Think of it as your own personal stage, right? Practice those responses. Pay attention to your body language, how you're holding yourself. The AI gives you feedback, helps you project that confidence, that genuine you.
Now, circling back to the career guide, I noticed it really emphasized how important your the portfolio presentation is, especially for intelligent lighting engineers. How do you think someone should approach talking about their portfolio in an interview?
So it's not just about having the portfolio, it's about making it come alive when you talk about it. Don't just list off projects, pick a couple, ones that really show what you can do, and when you're describing them, connect them back to the job you want.
So, like, if the job description's all about architectural lighting, they might say.
Exactly. They could be like, when I was designing the lighting for project name, I really focused on using the light to bring out the beauty that was already there in the space while being mindful of energy use. I'd love to show you how I could bring those same ideas to your projects.
It's all about connecting the dots, proving your worth.
Right.
Right. So it sounds like the big takeaway here is preparation, both on what you're going to say and how you're going to say it.
Exactly. Combine that passion, those well-crafted answers, a polished presentation, and you're set up for success. Remember, you've got the knowledge, you've put in the work. And now with RoleCatcher, all their insights, their AI tools, you've got that extra edge to really make you stand out.
You've truly illuminated the path to totally acing that interview. And for everyone listening, as you head into those interviews, remember that final thought we always leave you with.
Imagine yourself. You landed that dream job, you're an intelligent lighting engineer. What incredible experiences are you going to create? What stories will you tell? Blending light and shadow, tech and emotion.
Until next time, keep those creative sparks lit.